Hey there YouTube, this is insert cool username here. Been a little while since I've made a video, so my sister told me that I should make one. So this is my sister's Dark World deck profile. It starts out with 2 Trance Archfiends, 2 Ceruleas. We tried them without those Ceruleas, and personally I think that it works better with the Ceruleas. 3 Brow, have to have them. If it's discarded with Cerulea, then she draws 2 instead of 1. 3 Snow. If it's discarded with the Cerulea, she special summons one of her opponent's monsters out of the graveyard. 2 Gold. If it's discarded with Cerulea, you pop up to 1 or 2 cards on the field. 2 Silva. If it's discarded with Cerulea, then she returns 2 of her opponent's cards in their hand back to the deck. And 3 Grapha, obviously. If it's discarded with Cerulea, she picks a card out of her opponent's hand. If it's a monster, she special summons it to her side of the field. And then 1 Morphing Jar, because you have to. Spells, 2 Dark World Dealings, 3 Gates, all those are searchable with Snow, 3 Dragdowns, 2 Space, and then just staples, Heavy, Card Destruction, Dark Hole, Reborn. Trap lineup: 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Deck Devi, since she runs Snows, Gold, Silva, and Grapha. 2 Skill Drains, since most of her monsters don't need their effects to activate on the field. 2 Bottomless, and 2 Dark Smog. That's about it for the main deck. We'll go into the extra deck right now. Right now she's running 1 Iron Chain, 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern. This card is amazing if she can make it. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. Since she does run the field spell, if she destroys one of her opponent's field spells, she can gain 1,000 and search for another one anyway. 2 Stardust Dragons, because our Scrap Dragon's in another deck anyway. 1 Red Dragon Archfiend, because it's another beater. 1 Mistworm. 1 Fabled Leviathan. I'll get into why Leviathan later. 1 Leviair, obvious. 1 Leviathan Dragon, because it's the next best rank 3. 2 Utopias. 2 Adrius, Keeper of Armageddon. And 1 Wind-Up Arsenal Zenmayo. The only ones she really makes are the Adrius and the Zenmayo, for the most part. In the side deck, she has 1 Chain Disappearance, Inzectors, Wind-Ups, 6 Samurai is still pretty big in our locals. So she also sides 2 Kinetic. Just kind of generic things that she can side, mostly in the mirror match. Fabled Raven. That's why she runs the Leviathan and the Ancient Sacred Wyvern, because it is a light tuner, so it can go into Sacred Wyvern, and it's a fabled monster, so she can synchro for Leviathan. 1 D-Prison for opposing Graphos, or really any other deck that she needs to remove monsters. 1 Mind Crush. 1 Dust Tornado. The 3rd MST. Since every card in her deck is dark, with the exception of Morphing Jar, but that won't really matter, goes in match. All of her monsters are fiends except for Morphing Jar, so Rivalry. A card that I personally like against Wind-Ups, she's running 3 Nico Main King. This card, when During your opponent's turn, when this card is sent to the graveyard by the effect of an opponent's spell, trap, or monster card, the opponent's turn ends. I've actually won a couple games against Windups because of this card. One game I set him. He Dark Hold because he could go for game, and he Dark Hold it, so it just ended his turn. And then the next game he looped me, but the first card he hit was Nico Main King, so that just ended his turn right there. And then, if you didn't see him already, she sides 2 Vanity's Emptiness. Neither player can special summon until a card goes from her field, or deck, I believe, or deck, to the graveyard. So she kind of has a little bit of control over when it can be destroyed and when it's not. Well, that's it for her Dark World deck. Let me know what you think. And that's about it. Alright, see you next time.